I'm Elizabeth at A Literary Princess. If you are new here, welcome. I am a 6-year PhD candidate in English literature with a focus on Victorian women novelists. And as you might expect, I love to read. Today I have my August TBR for you. So I have 2 books that I definitely want to read, and then we are going to once again attempt TBR by Picker Wheel. However, we have rearranged things a little bit. And I'll talk about that once we start, but I will talk about these 2 books that I definitely want to get to first. Let's jump in. So the first book is one that you will have seen in a recent book haul of mine, and that is The Accidental Favorite by Fran Littlewood. This is taking place at a 70th birthday party for the mother of a family that has 3 daughters, and something happens that reveals that their father has a favorite daughter, and things implode. I'm super excited to read this. I've heard really good things from I think it was Katie, but I could be wrong. Katie from Books and Things, who read this earlier this year, but I'm very excited for it. And then the second book is the one for my 18th century novel project. This is The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, Gentleman, by Lawrence Stern. I'm actually going to be kind of buddy reading this with a friend of mine from school, and he might come on the channel to talk about it because he works with modern and postmodern literature mostly, but this is frequently considered an early precursor to like modernism. There's some weird stuff that happens. There's apparently a whole page that's just blacked out. And I know that a friend of mine has said that she threw the book across the room when she reached this page. So that's interesting. Oh yeah, here's the, so that stuff is like really crazy to have been doing in the 18th century. So I am interested, but I have a feeling I'm gonna hate it. All right, so let me show you what we're doing with the Picker Wheel here. We have the 2025 Picker Wheel that has most of the books that I had on my 50 books to read in 2025 list, with the exception of ones that were for something specific, like the 18th century novel project. Now, I have actually added in one book. It's Eugenie Grandet by Balzac. And that is kind of taking the place of Swan's Way, which I have on my 50 to read in 2025, and I just don't think it's gonna happen. I had not had the French book, because it's in French. I had not had that on here because I was dissertating, and I am no longer dissertating, so I think that I will be able to chill a little bit more. Now, I also have a 2025 TBR without the classics on it, because if you've seen my last 2 times I attempted this, the wheel was a real jerk and just kept spitting out classics. So I'm not doing the new acquisitions wheel anymore, just just this. So we are going to do 5 spins of the wheel. Now, I think because Tristram Shandy is I am gonna do, I'm going to only allow one other classic to go on. So if the first book that we spin on the full wheel is a classic, then I'm going to switch over to the non-classic wheel. I'm also giving myself the right to veto one for any reason I can think of. So let's do our first spin. So the first spin gave us The Return of the Native by Thomas Hardy, which is actually really good because I think the wheel gave me this a different time and I never got to it. So I do really want to read this, and I feel like I've been very lacking in reading my Victorian literature lately. So I would like to get a few in before Victober. So I'm excited for this one. I think I'm really gonna love it. So now we go over to the much smaller non-classic including wheel for 4 spins. That's like gonna be half of this wheel. Spin number 2 gave us the Unabridged Journals of Sylvia Plath, edited by Karen V. Kunkel. This wasn't on the one, I didn't count this as a classic. I don't really know why, but I'm super excited to get to it and continue on with my second Plath era. It is a chunker. I probably won't finish it in August, but that's fine. Spin number 3. Piranesi by Susanna Clark, another one that was on a TBR earlier in the year that I never got to. So good. I'm glad I'm like going back and getting these ones that I hadn't gotten to that I really should have. I'm super excited for this. Susanna Clark wrote one of my favorite books, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, so I'm hoping to really, really love this one. Spin number 4. Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I was actually really hoping this one would come up because of Garb August, which is hosted by a ton of people, and I think the main host is Ollie from Crimin Ollie, and if anything fits with Garb Augusts, it's this. And our final spin as the camera battery is dying. I charged you yesterday. What is... Final book is A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher, which I'm also very excited for. So that is my August TBR. I'm gonna end this real quick before the camera dies. If you've read any of these, let me know what you thought of them down in the comments. What are you reading in August? If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my bookish content. It has been great chatting with you. I will see you soon. Bye.